And welcome to Celebrity Big Brother. Now today, Les and Sue talked comedy, Mark went to bed, and Darth cooked some porridge. Tonight they're going to hemorrhage a housemate. So if you want Mark to sling a hook, call 09011 154404. That's 09011 154404. Or if you want to kick Sue out, call 09011 154406. That's 09011 154406. Please there from family and friends. Remember that 15p of every phone vote will be divided equally and donated to Centrepoint National Missing Persons Helpline, Rethink and Samaritans. So, oh, are you still undecided? Well, don't worry, help is at hand, because here is what happened yesterday.
Day 8, 9:05 a.m. Last night, Anne was the second person to be evicted from the Big Brother house. Immediately after her departure, the housemates were asked to nominate again. Sue and Mark will face a public vote for eviction on Thursday.
None of us been busy in the night.
What's he done?
You won't be able to miss it.
Really?
Keep this one out. What?
Keep this one out.
Am I?
This one out.
First one up. No, I'm usually the first one up. Now you can Look, an obstacle course.
Wow. What do you think this is for?
Well, we must be doing an obstacle course, mustn't we?
Well.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever done one?
No.
No?
Oh, that's good.
9:52 a.m. Last night, Mark and Sue smoked the last of their cigarettes.
Did you sleep okay, Sue?
Huh?
Did you sleep all right?
Yeah, certainly right. You sleep right?
Yeah. Saying to the guys, for some reason, I wake with a funny tummy.
Really?
Yeah, just feeling a little bit sicky, yeah.
One more day.
I know.
It's stress.
Red works for you, Sue.
Thank you. Is this mine, lovely?
Yes.
Yes, I think it is.
Are you looking forward to a hot shower this morning?
Never can be asked.
Well, go back to bed.
I might do.
Because I can do the chicken.
No, but I want to do... No, the chickens, I feel like I should help.
I feel like I should do something as well. I just want to get out and do stuff today.
I feel like we've lost our mum.
Yeah? We have lost the mum.
(11:44 a.m). Melinda is cooking porridge for the group.
How would you like your porridge? Would you like it
I like it
thick or
quite
runny?
I quite like it quite runny.
Quite
Not
runny.
really runny. How do you like it, Mark? Don't get a monkey, do you?
I don't know. I don't do porridge that often, so I don't know.
Thick or
I don't
runny?
really mind.
I like
That's
it so
good.
that you can channel out the shape of a cross in the middle of mine. It's one of those things I like to do.
So we had a wave of homesickness.
Oh,
Just saying.
Or
Yeah.
cry.
No, there's no point crying. I've done that now. They've got their moment on tape. Well, you can give them another one if you want, but you feel like an arse if it's any consolation.
That's why I cried under the cover.
I know, I cried under the cover.
It was
God,
easier.
don't think
I nearly cried in the diary room, that's worse.
I did cry in the diary room. I cried in the diary room and then I cried, I sort of went a bit and then went under the covers. God, there's no way anyone would see me. I'd never cry on television. I would just find that completely...
Now, the traditional way to make this is with a bit of salt. However, there's something about the salt.
Salt.
I love the way you just change the conversation always. It's really just makes me laugh. You always does it. It's impossible to carry...
We're talking about
We can't have a
breaking down
conversation.
in
We try
front
to
of
go back to the
diary room.
conversation and Melinda goes, I literally do it all the time. It's hilarious. Just do it.
Come on then. How bad do you feel today?
I felt really shitty last night. And then this morning I woke up and thought, I'm going to have a coffee with Anne. And I suddenly realised she's not here.
There's no more dwelling for me. I dwelt a bit yesterday, and that's my dwelling over.
How are you feeling today?
Fine. I'm not. I think Melinda thinks I'm a mentalist. No, I'm actually not. I'm not much of a dweller. I've had my
A
little moment
lovely,
yesterday.
sensitive, interesting, caring, intelligent woman.
Coquettish. Coquettish.
Slightly coquettish. Especially
That's all I want.
dashing
Is I
red
want to be a
jumper.
minx. I don't care about anything else. I want to be a minx. No, I feel fine.
£12:57 p.m. The housemates received £100 worth of shopping to last them their time in the house. The food is running low. Sue comes to the diary room with a 7-day-old chicken.
I think it's awful.
It wasn't brought to us until shopping day. I don't see how it could...
Well, it's eat buys today, but it smells a bit gamey to me. I bring you gifts. I think this chicken is pretty damn off, but I'd like someone who knows to check before I put it in the oven. It smells pretty rancid, actually.
What would you do ordinarily in this situation, Sue?
Well, ordinarily in this situation, I wouldn't have Les around my house, and I'd just go, nah. Well, actually, no, ordinarily in this situation, I would have eaten the chicken the day I bought it, probably. The eat-by date is today. It has been vacuum packed in the fridge, but there's something about it I don't like. Having said that, I've never really nosed a chicken before, so I don't know. Should I just bung it in? Botulism would make great television. Come on.
Perhaps you could ask the other housemates for their opinion on the chicken?
Yeah, I have. I'll go back and ask them again. I mean, I know it's a bit ridiculous asking a disembodied voice to smell a chicken from over, from a very long way away, so I will. I just wanted to not poison everyone because I know Melinda's not feeling very well today. But I said that she's a vegetarian, so... But I'm going to put it in. I think it's okay. It doesn't smell great, but I just won't have any. Les can have it. The best thing is he keeps nominating me, so, if he goes down in botulism, there's a kind of rough justice. I'd like to make it clear to Big Brother that I'm not deliberately poisoning any other housemates. Right, I don't think this chicken's okay, but...
It's not good. Well, they want us to make up our own mind.
Yes.
No, it smells a bit off.
Then that goes.
Maybe we should all go veggie for the last...
Well, it's going to be a very interesting lunch. Bye-bye, chicken.
£2:24 p.m. The housemates have been taking an afternoon nap.
I couldn't remember if you said you were doing some lunch or are we doing... What are we doing?
Where's our instructions then?
Are we doing tuna bake? No.
No.
I had to sleep.
I have.
Good morning!
Morning, Mark.
Have I been asleep a long time?
About 2 hours.
Fantastic.
I am actually now really, really missing cigarettes.
Are you really? Oh dear.
Could Melinda please come to the diary room?
Hey!
That's the third time, mate. That's just getting out of order
First
now.
was for my dodgy batteries. Second,
Hey, could
my
Melinda
dodgy
come
telly.
to the
I'm first
diary
to
room
inseminate you.
for the third time? Nobody else, just Melinda.
Called the bird I fancy comes to the dining room. Not you, Sue. The one with the big tits.
3:16 p.m. The housemates are practicing the assault course, which Big Brother will test them on later this evening.
39, 40,
Come here.
41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
You know what I think we should do? Share our best crossing techniques so we can all go as fast as we can.
Oh, yeah.
That was great, man.
You're taking it across the top of the bars is good. Just
Yeah.
yourself over.
Tell me that I'm not allowed to do it.
And 1.
Oh, sorry, does it go?
And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try both techniques and see which is easiest.
I like the double
Sue.
hand one.
To what?
Try both and see which is easiest.
Try.
Both techniques.
Which technique, love? Bear in mind, this is my least favourite bit because of my knees.
You carry
So
on.
which bit? Tell me the technique.
No, it's not on there. She's saying try the knees on the outside rope.
So you think like that?
No, on one rope I meant. Never mind.
I just...
Oh, God, my knees.
See, for me, I'm finding if I go on that one and that one, less likely to miss and go in the middle. But that's just for me. I find that easier.
The thing we also have to do is not knacker ourselves for tonight, is it?
Not do whatsoever.
Knacker ourselves.
No.
I'm not going to be able to do that one too much because my knees sort of cope on the
But
night.
it's a team score, and we will be willing you on. And Melinda will not say in the middle of it, Sue, what are you doing this?
I was just trying to help.
I know you are. I'm only teasing you. You know.
Shut up, Les.
3:31 p.m. Mark has reheated some pizza left over from Monday lunchtime.
This looks really bad. Really, really bad. It's been cooked twice, hasn't it? Usually pizzas aren't cooked twice. This has been cooked once and then we should have microwaved.
Maybe it should have been microwaved.
Yeah.
It is good.
The chickens have not laid any eggs since the housemates arrived 8 days ago.
Okay, boys, you kind of worked out where it is, haven't you?
Les!
What?
Come and see.
No, you're kidding
You've got to
me.
be the first.
You are
Get up.
kidding me.
Come see. I wonder if it's because we made it extra specially clean for them today.
Because you've cleaned it out, innit?
Look.
You look... Oh.
It's a blue! We've done it!
Oh, you found
Oh, it's a
Oh,
blue.
my
What should we call it? We can't eat it now.
it. No, I can't eat it.
What should we call it?
I don't know. Should we leave it in there for them to lay on?
I think we have to take them out. Oh, mind you, that might be disheartening if they lay one and we take it away. We can't eat it now. Ah, bless their little souls.
An egg! Oh.
An actual egg!
5:51 p.m. Melinda has agreed to cut Mark's hair for him.
Oh, had any nice holidays? Like, keep your head still.
Yes.
That's it, like that, and don't move.
Don't move.
Doesn't matter if it's
Doesn't matter.
perfect, does it?
No.
Could you get my lady a tea, please, Sue?
What would you like, love?
I put the kettle on, actually. What was I making? A peppermint. But I'd like a proper tea, actually.
Do you think nice this weekend?
Did I do anything nice
Yeah.
this weekend?
I just stayed in.
Yeah, stayed in, really. Just had a quiet one.
Stayed in with a few
Played a
mates.
few games.
Nobody came round.
I tell you what you should play. That's Giant Games.
Oh, yes,
they're
yeah.
great.
Really, really good. Brilliant. There's nothing... I tell you what, a friend of mine was really upset once. It said that nothing turned her around like a game of Giant Skittles.
That's
It's like one's here, one's here. That's not quite like that.
It'll be fine.
You know, I can't let
Just close your
anybody
eyes.
out of Leicester sell on without just checking it for Melinda. She's our new student, our new junior, but you know, she's
She's
pretty
myopic.
good.
She's a myopic cyclops with a shaky hand.
It looks really
But
good.
hey, when you want a
I'm
free
pretty pleased
haircut,
with this,
beggars
you know?
can't be choosers.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
All right, cheese eaters, yours is ready in 5.
Okay, critiques, can we please assess?
It's nice.
Marks
think it's
out
good.
of 10.
Mark's out of
Right, if I sweep up the
Marks out of 10.
yeah, Mark's not yet.
Mark's out of shape.
Very good. Thank you very much.
I think I did less than an inch,
I
but
think
because
you did-
once it's dry...
less is more.
Less is so much
You know,
more.
that's the whole thing. Leicester's whole deal. Leicester's less is more.
Right, well, I'm going to
I think Leicester should have done the cutting.
I feel like an E-man.
Does that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure Lester can help you there.
7:31 p.m.
Can't believe we're playing I Spy.
I tell you?
Yeah.
Two-way mirrors.
That's a good one.
I'm enjoying myself.
I am too. I'm having a great time.
Brilliant, innit? I spy my little eyes, something beginning with
Death.
Dullness, doldrums, defeat, desperation, despair.
No.
The
dining
room.
The diary room.
I don't spy with my little eyes. Something beginning with W.
Wine.
Yep.
Why?
I don't spy something beginning with C.
Cigarettes.
Need them. Want them. I hope we do have a party tonight because what we need is a nice teetotalers, cigarette-free party.
Yeah.
Late at night when we're tired with some tiny games.
I think the group is becoming more interesting without these things. We should keep them from them.
The van they call Mark is unstable still.
Melinda will stop being the nice person she is. She has me foxed. And the lack of chocolate and sweeties, little sugary sweeties, will make her go over the edge.
I'm on the brink.
10:30 p.m. As a reward for completing the assault course earlier, Big Brother has given the housemates 3 bottles of wine, some snacks and some cigarettes for Mark and Sue. They also have a box of discussion topics for the evening.
What is the worst fashion mistake you have
Do you want a glass
ever
of red?
made? I wore a puffball skirt.
I've
Home
worn
from
one.
the shops. Got home, got laughed at on the bus and binned it.
I have had a reversible batwing Snoopy jumper, aged 11. I've worn a puffball skirt, some terrible winkle pickers, pixie boots, with legs literally like sparrows. I don't have an eye for it, really. You don't know then, do you? You just go, oh, whatever, yeah.
Does it look nice? Okay.
Great. Yeah.
My favourite childhood holiday. I've had some lovely holidays.
We used to always go to Brighton. We never used to go abroad, really.
We never went abroad. We went to Wales and Cornwall. And, yeah, I don't know, all those holidays were great. But, and my strongest memories are things like rolling down the sand dunes. I said that's one of my strongest memories, rolling down the sand dunes, trying to catch flatfish in a little stream. Me and my brothers going out on a lilo and rock pooling and pretending we were, you know, explorers.
Those little worm casts you get in the sand as well. Used to be
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah. I used to make houses in the sand. I used to like build little rooms, and I'd have a kitchen and a living room, and I'd put the towels in bedrooms and do all that kind of thing. And
You've always built houses, really.
I have actually.
And you built a house for the
Yeah, and I love.
built the house
I love
today, and
houses.
an egg was laid.
Actually, there's a thing.
Mine is real.
Will's
We used to
Crossing.
go there with my mum and dad, caravan holidays. Pretty much all
Caravan
my
holidays.
children,
And mine.
like kids' holidays were caravan
Caravans are
holidays, and I
tense.
used to love it. And we used to go to Rill and to Rill Sun Centre. I remember getting the measles while I was there, but it didn't spoil the holiday. It just so
The
exciting.
measles didn't spoil
the
your holiday.
measles, but no, it didn't.
No,
I had
keep on
the
going.
measles, I was still on Rill Beach and in the Sun Centre, probably giving it to all the other kids, and they all came on the measles. But yeah, just caravan holidays for me. I bought
Yeah.
a caravan maybe about 4 years ago, and every time I step in it,
It's great, isn't it?
I just feel like the kid again, really.
Yeah.
That's it. I go and sometimes just sit in my caravan and go, yeah, I'm back on holiday.
£11:24 p.m. Mark comes to the diary room to talk to Big Brother.
How are you this evening, Mark?
Okay, a little nervous, to be honest, about kind of coming out. As I said a few days ago, it's kind of, you kind of get, although we're kind of being watched, you do feel kind of protected in here. I do sometimes feel like I don't really kind of belong anyway, in some respects. I look up to a lot of people, and in a way I look up, I think, to those three, and I can see what they're bringing to the group, and kind of see the relationships that they have. I think I'm quite a quiet person, really. I'm a bit of a loner, I think, in real life, so...
Do you want to win Celebrity Big Brother, Mark?
Yeah, I would be. I mean, I'd be glad to win, but I'd be surprised. I wouldn't know why. I'd probably just come out with that feeling of that I've had for a lot of my life, is I don't deserve it, really. I mean, it means something to me more than me Smash It's best haircut and best looking male awards, totally. But it's, I don't know why I don't deserve it. I think you have to earn it.
I think you and Mark I don't think you're hiding emotions,
I don't.
but I think you have a
You're very...
I cope with
level.
it differently.
You're quite level.
I'll react
I knew you did.
as my gut instinct tells me to react, and if I feel I have to say something, I will say it. To be honest, I saw this as a fun experience, and sometimes it wouldn't be fun, and that was it. So I haven't been able to make it any more serious than that. And when all those things are going on, I'm aware of the psychology of, it makes us feel awkward because we said, but also I'm aware of, but that's what the programme is about. You know, I knew that when I said I'd come in here. I was prepared for all those things. So it's not getting to me in that level, but that doesn't mean I'm not an emotional person. And, the things that trigger my emotions, are things that are pertinent to me, and that are not necessarily to do with being in this house.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
saying I
completely
actually
cool.
admire, and I'm kind of really... I wish I could just not go... Blah, 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 blah.
I follow my heart. I say what I feel. And I'm not...
I follow my heart, and I think Sue follows her heart, but I think our problem is we both wear our hearts on our sleeves.
There's another reason why people don't want to do this, because it said, if you feel pain, regret, anything, it shows.
But I feel all those things.
I know you do.
But I don't feel them being in a house that I've agreed to come into,
Yeah.
knowing what was going to happen.
No, I absolutely appreciate that. But it's because
you
your
haven't been
triggers haven't been
nominated.
pushed.
You haven't been nominated, and you haven't had to nominate
No.
somebody back in a...
Exactly. You
No.
haven't, to be fair, you haven't gone through it. I'm not dissing you, but...
Okay, and I haven't, so I can't answer that, completely fairly. That's something that I haven't yet encountered. But I kind of feel that if I did, I might... Yeah, I'm saying I'm aware of those feelings. I've gone through them. I've had a little cry. I felt really lonely. I felt really horrible at some points. And I thought, oh, God, what did I do this for? And then I thought, oh, don't be stupid.
Yeah,
Just
but
a
I
show.
admire
It'll
the
be
fact-
over. I
yeah.
don't have to live
But I
here.
admire
I'm
the
going
fact
home
that it
soon.
doesn't
And my
show.
life carries on. But it does show.
All I'm saying is you're good at not letting things faze you.
Okay? Because
It's
these
not-
things don't phase
It's
me.
not a criticism. It's
No.
actually... I thought it was a compliment.
Right, okay. But these things don't. These things don't. These things don't. Because why should they?
1:24 a.m.
Peppermint tea. Do you want...
Whatever tea's going.
Peppermint for me, please.
Oh, Mark, play some nice music.
And now that I'm over this.
How weird that I won't get that view anymore. It's such a particular view, that one through the lights. I wonder if we'll dream about this place.
Haven't dreamt about it yet.
No, I haven't. I dream about reality. But I wonder if when we're in reality, sometimes we'll just have these odd dreams.
Probably. Probably will.
Fade out again. Fade out again. You must be so in love.
So, Les and Sue think that Melinda might be a bit emotionless, but she says it's just a game, which of course, hey, it is. Okay, the phone lines are now closed. Mark and Sue's friends and family are just inside the studio awaiting the results, along with some very enthusiastic audience, as you can hear. Now, do you want Mark to return to a life of unlimited tea bags, or have you decided to save Sue from Melinda's Vulcan grip? That's the Vulcan grip. Find out who goes after the break. All right. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Okay, phone lines are now closed and the votes are being counted and checked as we speak. Thank you. The housemates are enjoying a Winter Wonderland party at the moment, bless them, and as a reward, basically, for passing their speed panto task. That's a classic, honestly. In which they had to perform Jack and the Beanstalk in under 3 minutes. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at them now. Sue and Mark, very sweet earlier on, just shared a fag. It was very cute. Okay, waiting to find out which one of them is going to be the third celebrity to be evicted from the Big Brother house. Mark and Sue's friend and family are here, so let's find out what they make of it all. Now, I've got Mary and Keith here. You're Mark's mum and dad, aren't you? Yeah. Now, Mark is remarkably chilled out in the house. Is he always like that?
He's always like that, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
So you think he's been true to himself in the house?
Oh, very much so, yeah, that's the way he is.
And have you been proud of him, watching him?
Oh, yeah, we've enjoyed
yeah.
it, yeah. Everybody,
Yeah.
we've been proud of everybody, they've all done very well.
You see, now I know where Mark gets it from. He's just like you two, isn't he? And cleaning.
Oh, yeah, I've been on your conservative amount of changing rooms.
What's it? Well, I mean, the
When he
cleaning.
gets home, he sounds like changing rooms, he'll never recognise it.
Oh no, what have you done?
He's painted bathroom. Cleaned all his conservatives and moved all his furniture around.
Well, that's great. I'm sure we're very happy. I hope he's very happy. And listen, Chloe, you're Mark's girlfriend, aren't you? What do you think he really thinks of his housemates, or do you think he's given them...
No, I
he
think
really feels
he
about
genuinely
them?
likes them all. They're all really lovely, but especially Sue. And we're so gutted that they're up together because they're
difficult,
friends
isn't
and
it?
we love them both and we don't want them to go.
Very sweet that, like, Mel and Chloe linked arms here. You've bonded over the coats.
I think it's my tweed,
You're
actually.
still in tweed. You're still in the tweed.
It's like a magnet for the ladies.
Now, listen, Michelle, you're Sue's sister, and I wanted to ask you how you thought she felt about being nominated twice, because that kind of took the wind out of the sails a bit,
I
didn't
think
it?
she's been joking and making light of the nominations, and then to be nominated twice in a row was really quite hurtful. I think she probably took it quite personally.
And for Les to accidentally let it slip that he...
Yeah. I tried to charter a helicopter yesterday morning to airlift Sue out of there. That is the absolute honest truth. But they couldn't hover underneath 500 feet over the garden. Otherwise, we'd have got her out there.
You'd
I'd have got her out there. I was
into the garden.
going to dress up as Santa and everything and get her out there.
Santa? No, honestly, I would have paid a lot of money to see that. Fantastic. Anyway, listen, good luck to all of you.
Thank you. Cheers.
I have the results, so I know, it's agony that bit, isn't it? I am now going to go and talk to the house. Big Brother House, this is Davina. You are live on Channel 4.
Hello.
Hi. Mark and Sue, the phone lines are closed. The votes have been counted and verified. And I can now reveal that the third person to be evicted from the Big Brother house is... Sue. Sue, you've got 30 seconds to say your goodbyes. I'm coming to get you.
30 seconds.
Come on.
I will do.
You've got 75% of the vote. Coming in.
20 seconds.
That means that Mark, Melinda and Leslie's phone lines are now open. If you guys want to wait there, she'll be out in a second. Mark, Melinda and
9,
Leslie's
8,
phone lines are open.
7,
You've got to vote
6,
for the winner.
5,
Okay.
4,
But in the
3,
meantime, let's
2,
get Sue.
1. Sue, you have been evicted. Please leave the Big Brother house.
Have fun.
Sue. Bye, Sue.
See you, Sue.
Come on, Sue! Hello. Just had a Christmas party. Oh my God, it's cool. I saw it all. Hello. Hey, guys. It's a Christmas. Hello. Right. Shout now.
Hey.
Dying. Oh. It's right there they are.
So sorry.
Welcome to madness. Sue describes her fellow housemates as Vulcans and Dark Lords. We think it's Big Brother, maybe it's Star Trek. Are Dark Forces really at play? Beam me up. Welcome back! Okay, she made it clear that there was no escaping this time. It's Sue Perkins! Now, I know you said you were dreading this showbiz bit, but I'll make it as painless as I possibly can, okay? Now, somebody told me that you had a secret code word, which was Judd. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, the word Judd meant
Rubbish.
that you were rubbish,
Yeah, or that
and if the
everything was
word
rubbish.
wasn't said, you were okay.
Yes.
Have you heard the word Judd said?
No, I've not heard the word Judd.
And do you know why that is?
I presume it
Because
wasn't Judd.
you were great!
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
fantastic. You were so entertaining. You know, I'm going to stop flattering you now and get on with the questions. Now,
What is the second youngest of Anne Diamond's sons? Jamie.
and he was very cute as well.
Oh, I bet.
What made you want to go into the house in the first place? Because out of everybody, I think you were having second, third, fourth thoughts about it.
Just a chance to get away from Mel, really. Just 8 or 9 days clear of that was a real boon.
She was a wreck without you.
I was a wreck without her, actually. I thought, before I left, I thought the only reason I should do it is my life was a bit boring. And as you might have seen a couple of nights ago, I had a very, very intense rush of realising that my life was just fine and I couldn't wait to get back to it. So it was well worth doing just for that reason.
And are you happy to be here?
I am, actually. I'm very happy. And I couldn't think of anybody I'd rather be beaten by than Mark Owen, I have to say.
You did. Your friendship kind of blossomed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's quite a bonding thing being nominated? Because we saw Les and Goldie
go mad.
Go, like, really kind of close mates.
Yeah.
And then you and Anne.
Yeah, no, I always liked Anne, though. We didn't need Anne's not a peaker, she's just solid. But, yeah, no, I always had a big affinity for Mark in the house, and he's just, he's a lovely bloke, so, yeah, I did get very close to him, I think.
Now, a few of the words that you used in your time in there were kind of squashed, and you felt kind of odd, and
Yeah.
did you feel at any time that you were able to truly unwind and just be yourself?
I think a little bit this afternoon, actually, because I just felt... It's quite a difficult environment in there for lots of different reasons, and certain combinations of people were difficult for me. But I actually started to breathe and be able to be the light. Mel's already laughing, which is good. Yeah, a lot of psychotherapy. Really come into my own, which is hard, actually. But, yeah, I felt today I was getting there.
Now, you did find parts of it hard, and nominating was one of those times.
Yeah, well, I just completely messed that up, didn't I, really? I felt.
Well, I'm going to talk about that in one
yeah,
second.
interesting.
But,
yeah.
but who do you think nominated you?
Melinda. Just very, very obviously, I think. And I've got a feeling that Les might have nominated me.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Sue, I don't think needs to prove anything.
She has her moments of being very intense.
I think there's only enough room in here for one quiet person.
Oh. But I don't think that was meant...
No, and let's be honest, I nominated Mark because I felt I had to nominate everyone in my bizarre logic, so...
Now, that bizarre logic, you had this kind of rota, a fairness rota of nomination.
Yes.
In retrospect now...
Stupid.
Yeah.
Les.
And Melinda.
And Melinda, yeah, I laid off Melinda because I thought perhaps people would think that's an obvious target because she's the complete opposite of me, as was probably shown. That was a mistake as well. Although, you know, I had nothing personally against these people, but the two people I understood less in the house were Les and Melinda.
Well, what drove you mad about Les then?
I don't think it drove me mad about Les. He just
Songs
took
in the morning?
The songs were irritating. The Dark Lord of the Song. A lot of brooding, almost to camera, you know, kind of, slight method acting brooding by chicken coops slightly bugged me. And when other people were upset, they all looked at Les for something. Les stole a lot of emotional focus, and Anne had moments, and I had moments, and Mark and everyone, but everyone went to Les. And I'd counselled Les for 3 days in the trot, and he just went in there going...
everybody did, though.
That's true. He's yes.
Everybody counselled.
Don't ever stand downwind of Les Dennis. That's my...
We heard that as well.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good
now,
situation.
you talked about the Dark Lord of the show tune, and also that Melinda is a Vulcan.
She possesses slight volcanic tendencies.
Okay,
yeah.
well, let me just show you how far this has been taken. Take a look at this.
All morning we've been asking which sci-fi creature you think Mel is most like after Sue called her a blonde Vulcan and Goldie said he felt the Vader presence around her.
Oh, good man.
This is your final call.
She's Sith.
Ta-da!
I'm
There
afraid.
it is. 43%
She's Vader.
She is
think
Vader.
she's Vulcanesque, but 57%
What a great
say
item,
she
though.
is
Yeah,
like
great item.
Great filler, that one.
But can you imagine Melinda? Can you imagine Melinda Messenger when she comes out, and we're all going to be going?
Yeah.
Use the false Melinda.
Yes, yes.
I mean, that she's
Use
not
the
going to be
lip liner,
expecting
Melinda.
that.
Yeah, well, she won't be expecting that, no.
Goldie was also convinced that she was building a Death Star, so you two were on very similar
Goldie
lines.
and I were on set. I was so sad to see. I mean, I know he'd have chopped my head off, and will chop my head off when he sees me, because I nominated him, but I do think he should have stayed. He was such a laugh. You know, he's a good bloke, Goldie. I like him.
And when he went, he was missed, I think. Just the activity.
More than, yeah, the energy levels were really missed, definitely.
I heard you put 100 quid on Melinda to win.
Not anymore. My money's on Mark, as is my heart.
And What else in the house annoyed you? What about being in the house?
The sights and smells of Les Dennis we've gone through.
Yeah.
What else annoyed me? Every time I said something, Melinda would sort of go like that.
Can I just talk to you about, you know, when you tried to confide in Melinda? Like about anything emotional, for example, that you found it maybe a bit hard nominating.
Yeah.
And she sort of, you said she made you feel stupid.
Yes, yeah, she did. I actually was really trying hard not to be horrible about anyone in the house. But there was one point, which was at night, I don't know if it was captured, I was just rolling my eyes and just rocking. Because it just stopped response came, it's only a game, Sue. You must not be frightened of nominating. And it is very difficult when you're in there, I think.
And everything's magnified a million times over. But also I think it does feel horrible to be nominated, and that's something that actually Melinda didn't go through.
Yes.
In her time in the house.
Well, I kept calling her Princess, and the Princess will never, you know, she won't feel it. I mean, I don't think. And I don't want anyone to feel it. It's pretty weird, but, you know.
Now, everybody seemed to have a role in the house. Anne was definitely mother figure.
Totally.
And bread maker.
Yes.
And Les was kind of dad, but also child at the same time.
Yeah.
What do you think your role was?
Probably brunette. Brunette freak.
And do you know what I thought was really sweet today? And he was so right. We saw the bit where Mark said red really suits you.
Oh.
Did you see that? That was really cute. And so the brunette with the red top on looks great.
All
and
right.
red lippy as well.
Okay, I shall go for that more.
And we saw you scrub up a bit more and more as the time went by. You know, she just put a bit more makeup on. Maybe that was Melinda.
That's the nicest thing. The way you tried to say that I look rough at the beginning. That's the nicest way. I've never heard anyone put it like that.
I tried to let you sort of gently.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is I just thought you looked great.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you.
You look great. Were you able to sort of open up in the house? Because something we saw was that you weren't really able to open up to the housemates, but you did to Big Brother.
I liked the differing voices of Big Brother a lot. I like them, and they're nice people, really nice. Not that they're people, obviously, they're a machine. But I want to demystify the process. Yeah, I did, because I felt everyone's too guarded in there. Mark is not a guarded person, and neither was Goldie, and neither is Anne. And those were my 3 mates. And only one survived. I think it's very hard to talk to Les, and it was impossible to talk to Melinda. Maybe she just found me irritating, but, you know, I think sometimes to be sensitive is a good thing.
Was it scary to open up to Big Brother, or did you feel totally confident?
No, fine, because, you know, if you're an idiot, it goes out on television, and I've been an idiot on television before, as Mel knows, so it's not really a new...
12 years.
Yeah, I know, it's not really new ground, really, for us. So I didn't really mind. No, I just wanted to talk to somebody, because sometimes you would feel like you were mad and your responses were insane because you weren't getting any support of anyone. And yet I would listen to Les talk endlessly and say, that's fine, that seems normal. But when I tried to do it back, I felt like a freak. I did, yeah. It's hard.
So did you feel you got understanding from Big Brother? Because really, they can't really give you that much support, but it's kind of like playing the role of a counsellor.
Totally.
Where they say, no, you tell me how you're feeling.
Yeah, they have please tell me they've got a laminated sheet. Please, because I heard them turn it. I was in the middle of a sort of crisis, and then there was this... Would you care to elaborate on that? And I thought, I can't believe in this moment that they're looking at you. Well, as I say, the 3 people that I confided in, 2 have now gone and 1 remains, and I did try and talk to those people, and they were lovely.
What do you think you learnt from Big Brother?
I learnt that I have a very nice life that I cannot wait to get back to.
And do you think that perhaps you've learnt anything about your relationships with people, or has it taught you about how to be more accepting, or do you want to be less accepting? Or?
I think I am. No, I will always be accepting of people, and that's how I like to be. I think actually because I have such a good circle of friends, I've got used to people understanding me and being very tolerant. And when you're put in a group of people who don't understand you, then you're suddenly really boundaried, and you have to basically shut up. And that was quite weird. That was quite strange. And not everyone understands you, is the lesson I learnt.
I mean, this is a stupid question now because I think I know the answer, but who would you like to win Big Brother?
I'd like Les Dennis. I'd like Mark Owen to win Big Brother.
Who do you think wants to win the most?
I don't know. You see, I don't know who wants to win more. I know that Les has been very... To give Les his due, and he's a really nice bloke, Les. He did say early on he wanted to win. We don't know about the Sith. We don't know how she feels. Quite possibly Sith does want to win. But there will be no emotional response.
No emotional response.
No emotional response.
Who do you think is going to win?
Mark Owen.
Yay! And what is your favourite memory from the house?
I have lots, just generally Goldie. I shut my eyes at night and I see his face coming up to mine, and that makes me laugh. The digger was fantastic. Anne's drinking, bread making, Mark and I having fags and talking and looking at his beautiful face. That's all I've got to say on that.
Okay, well, let's have a look at some of your best
Bring on the pitch! Sue is a delight because she's so witty and dry.
What a lovely pair, Melinda. Slightly smaller pair. Excellent bum cleft. Let's had an anal meltdown. Try and throw onion rings over his erect penis. It's come to this. She's got a rough touch like a labourer. Melinda Messenger blinded me with a mascara brush. Made me feel like a cyclops for 2 hours. There's bloodshed. Going to be incoming with me, Messenger. Hi, Candy. What was funny about Melinda right at the beginning was that we were chalk and cheese. And chalk and cheese is funny for a bit, but at the end of the day, it's chalk and cheese, isn't it? Did you feel uncomfortable nominating? I just feel guilty. I feel bad.
What's stressing you out so much about it?
I've never been in a situation where I've liked people and then had to stab them in the back. I thought it'd be best if I came in here and just got some stuff off my chest. The Les thing is just boring. It's just boring.
No, come on, we're getting divisive now.
I'm gutted that Mark's up for fiction. I'm so fond of Mark, you know.
This is great.
How are we looking hot on this front?
I thought it would be a lot more tense than it is. I thought I wouldn't have quite as much fun as I'm having, actually.
Oh my God, brilliant. Thank you very much. Good night. Now, Sue, will you come back tomorrow and support Mark? Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you. Well done, Sue Perkins! Okay. So there you have it. Sue's gone, leaving Mark, Melinda and Les inside the Big Brother house for one last night of celebrity homemaking. There can only be one winner. Who that is entirely up to you. Remember, you've got to now vote for the celebrity you want to win, Big Brother. What has each of the housemates given us? Well, Les has given us show tunes and a class double act with Goldie. Vote for him to win by calling 09011 154403. That's 09011 154403. Or you can text vote Les to 83188. Mark has given us dancing, a great sense of humour and all-round general cuteness. You can vote for him by calling 09011 154404. If you want him to win, that's 09011 154404. Or you can text vote Mark to 83188. Melinda, well, she's got a big smile, a huge heart and great tits. Register your support by calling 09011 154405. That's out. Well, it's true. It's true. 09011 154405. Or you can text vote Melinda to 83188. Remember, 15p from every phone vote and 10p from every text vote is going to be divided between Centrepoint, National Missing Persons Helpline, Rethink and Samaritans. Right, you can also vote online, by the way. Go to channel4.com/Big Brother. So, join us tomorrow night, 8:30pm for the latest instalment of Life in the House, and then at 10pm for our live finale show, when we're going to make our final 2 evictions and reveal the ultimate winner of Celebrity Big Brother. Can't frickin' wait! I'll see you then!
I don't know why I think it's that sherry. That's tipping me over
It's
the
really
edge.
a kind of night drink, I think, sherry, isn't it? Always
Is that,
makes me
yeah.
feel sleepy.
Sleepy one.
Oh.
17.5% volume, and what's wine?
Wine's like a 12.
12. God, that is quite a lot stronger.
Really badly creased, doesn't matter.
What?
This is so badly creased.
No! God, you should see the state of mine. Mine pyjamas covered in
but I'm sitting here on
tea. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Sit like that, can I? I'll have to put it up. Probably should have a bit.
You're fine.
Honestly.
Look at mine.
My...
I quite like that outfit, actually, Les.
What?
I quite like that outfit. They do the grey on the arms with the grey on the arms.
Yeah.
I'll leave it then.
Oh, she left me.
Yeah.
To the pizza.